Are other parents and educators complaining about your child? Is your child a bully? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you why your child is bullying others and how you can spot it and who is really responsible. Why is my child bullying others? Last year was a difficult year for myself and many parents. And some of us found ourselves asking the question, why is my child bullying others? Hearing your child is bullying someone else feels offensive initially. Many parents, including myself, react offensively when told that their child has bullied someone else. It feels as if they're being blamed for something they never instilled. But the question, why is my child bullying others, still must be answered. Imagine if we could put our feelings aside and get a real, insightful answer to this question. I will do what I've always done when speaking with parents. Tell the truth. Why is your child and my child bullying others? The truthful yet difficult answer is look in the mirror. Children pick up some of these bullying tendencies from their family members or friends, but those same friends learned it from another friend who learned it from an adult. Your child is likely a victim of abuse or neglect. Your child may lack empathy, compassion, adult supervision, high self-esteem, and desires retaliation and control over their lives and the lives of others. Now let's examine this a little closer. Oh, and before I go any further, don't forget to hit the like button. What is my child doing that's considered bullying? It is very upsetting to me when I was told that my son has bullied someone. And I'm sure many parents feel the same. But before we can begin to see the connections between your actions and your child's behavior, we need to first see what your child might be doing that would be considered bullying. I won't go into detail on all the different forms of bullying and what they entail. Any government anti-bullying website can give you that information. But in general, there's verbal, physical, social, prejudicial, cyber, and sexual forms of bullying. Once a parent has identified the specific behaviors their child has engaged in, what happened next is usually this: I don't know where he got that from. Or, we don't do that in our house. Or, I'm shocked. He or she knows better than that. Truth of the matter is, they often don't, because parents often don't, myself included. Why is the school not responsible? It is the school's responsibility and a federal law to guarantee a bully-free environment for our children. The schools must have some form of bully prevention instituted in the policies or the curriculum. The school must report all bullying incidents, but have discretion over how to discipline the child. As a teacher, I can say with full confidence that most teachers are against bullying and will do whatever they can to bring an end to it and make the children in their classrooms feel safe. As a father of four, I don't expect teachers or the school to raise my children. Children will pick up some bullying tendencies from their friends, but those same friends learned it from an adult, and that adult usually presides in the home. Why do kids bully? Research has shown that kids who bully often lack empathy and compassion for others, are expressing anger about situations in their lives, desires control, or have low self-esteem, do it to impress their peers, have parents or siblings who are bullies, lack attention or adult supervision, have parents that do not enforce discipline, are victims of bullying and desires retaliation. Essentially, bullies are victims of abuse or neglect. If they weren't necessarily abused, then they grew up in an environment where they witnessed the abuse. Those that are victims of abuse had no control over the abuse they suffered and often feel powerless in that environment. Therefore, they tend to have an increasing need to take back control, if not of their own life, then the life of others. They exhibit this control by teasing, hurting, or humiliating others. By doing so, they hope to control your emotions, thoughts, or actions. This gives them a false sense of control that they lack in their own home environments. The children who are victims of neglect have a dire need for the attention they don't receive at home. Quite a few actions can provide them with attention. Sometimes they hope to gain popularity by becoming the class clown who makes everyone laugh by either teasing or mocking someone else. Sometimes the bully will physically intimidate and hurt others to gain that much needed attention. If you're one of those parents that have said, "I don't know where he got that from," or "we don't do that in our homes," please take some time to really be introspective. I'm sure you've heard the expression, children are a sponge. That's because they truly are. They watch us even when we don't realize it. They listen to our words, our tone, our actions, our reactions, not to mention our non-actions. Not only do they watch, but they mimic our behaviors, good or bad. Whatever flaws we have that we try to hide or not admit too often show up in our children. If in your household insults are spewed or there's some supposedly harmless teasing going on, chances are your child will go to school and emulate some of these behaviors. If there is any form of physical violence in your home, your child will likely see it as a norm and be more drawn to violence elsewhere. Listen, I'm not a therapist by any means, and my wife and I are well-educated, professional, caring people, and I've seen it in our own home. I watch movies with my children all the time, and I never realized that my youngest son would listen to me crack jokes throughout an entire movie. He then goes to school trying to be like daddy. But instead of movies, he's making fun of classmates. I didn't directly teach him to tease his classmates, but I indirectly did. Raising children is the most challenging yet rewarding responsibility we as adults can have. It challenges us to work on our own flaws and become better people in order to raise better human beings. How do I get my child to stop bullying others? First and foremost, help the child understand the circumstance that took place that has led them to committing these acts. This will give the child a clear picture of who they are so they can assume accountability instead of blame. Educate your child on the effects their behavior will have on others. Show your child documentaries, movies that can show the effects bullying has on the victim. Set clear and specific consequences for the child. The consequence should be meaningful, and there should be opportunities to earn privileges back. Teach your child to be more empathetic. Empathy is an important component in building emotional intelligence and compassion, and is effective in reducing bullying. Teach by example. Be the example in your child's life. Work on your flaws and your shortcomings so you can help your child work on theirs. It's a lot more difficult to help your child become a better person without improving yourself. Role play. Role play at home different situations to prepare your child for potential conflicts. Devise an action plan with your school, community. Work with the guidance counselors, assistant principals, deans, and teachers, and create an action plan that will not only teach and model the proper behaviors, but also puts in place effective consequences and incentives to maintain personal growth. You'll find many of these strategies in the novel, The Bully Experience, Daniel's Story. You can read it for free, as well as read the article, Why Is My Child Bullying Others, at thebullyexperiencemovement.com. Until next time.